What is going on, everyone? We are back to celebrate the return of Orochi Iori to the king of DPS championships. So if you watched my video for the hard mode guild raid tutorial, I said I'd be back with the expert mode tutorial, and we're going to use a little bit of a different team composition than we did in hard mode here. Alright, let's go. This build kind of follows the same basic principles as our last build, with two characters mainly responsible for using their long animation skills to extend the time, and one character responsible for doing the majority of the DPS. So this build also uses the one Darkness Striker, and that's Lady Geese paired with Gonitz, and it's Gonit's responsibility to break the boss. So the first rotation goes Iori, and then to Gonitz to break the boss, and then the Rock to use his 3PG skill.
The most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment, the People's Elbow.
From here it's 4 skill rotations with the Rock while he's awakened, and then we'll switch to Gonitz because by that point Lady Geese will be off cooldown. So we're using a 3PG card because Gonitz is not our primary damage dealer, and we want that charged up as soon as possible because it keeps the boss stationary and it stops the timer. Here comes why he's the top DPS. $14.6 million, that is absolutely crazy damage. And these hits at the end really add up to some for 750,000, 250,000, almost 20 million total in that PG skill. So from there we go with the Rock's PG skill to Gonitz to break the boss, and then back to Iori for the big damage. So I'll make a few more points throughout the video, and at the end we'll go through the cards, the stones, and the strikers. The most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment, the People's Elbow. Amazing! So before we use Iori's PG skill, we fire off all 3 skills to take advantage of his great Berserk core, and the S3 also increases attack and crit rate, and then Okita increases crit damage by 30%.
Here it comes. The most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment, the People's Elbow. Amazing! sports entertainment, the People's Elbow. Amazing! A critical hit pass is coming again. A critical hit. A critical
So this team build is a little more forgiving than the other one I posted because you're not really relying on Gonus to do the majority of your damage. So if you make a mistake like I did there, you can still put up a really good score.
Here it comes. The most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment. The People's Elbow.
So we could have been a little bit cleaner, but like I said before, this build is much more forgiving, and as long as you're hitting 204 million in one key, you can get the tier 7 box and 2 keys on expert. What a troll The Rock is, coming in and taking all the credit after Iori just did all the work.
For the People's Champ.
$254 mil, not bad. There is a lot of flux with the scores because, as you saw, when Iori doesn't crit, he's only hitting for 3 mil on that skill, but if he does crit, he's hitting for 15, so that's a big difference. So with Iori, the goal is to boost the crit damage as much as possible, and we use the Halloween team option. Wait, I guess that's a question. So Halloween team option card that increases crit damage by 15%, and the Kasumi Christmas card, which also increases crit damage by 15%. So those cards also grant a bonus for attack and crit rate, along with the Tekken set, which grants 50% crit damage and a 10% crit rate chance. If you don't have a Tekken set, the Wonderland set is a good sub. So with the imprint stones, I went with the best attack stones that I had available, and also the hex stone is for penetration and decreases the target's defense.
The Rock.
So with The Rock, I went with power gain cards to make sure that his PG was always charged and his skill was always ready to go. And then the 3 imprint stones are all from Immortal Victor. I went with power gain cards on Gonitz because you need that 3 PG ready to go all the time. And you could also use a Leah set on Gonitz because that'll reset the active skill cooldowns immediately. So we use Okita as the striker for Iori because of that crit damage bonus. If you do not have Okita, you can use Holiday Leonia, who has the same skill. So Cherry Blossom Festival Billy is there to give The Rock that initial power gain on the first rotation to set the whole run up. And finally, Lady Geese is paired with Gonitz. She is the only reliable darkness striker in the game right now, and she is necessary to do any type of damage to this boss whatsoever. Alright, I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope this helps you push bigger scores in the guild raid. If you want to see anything else, let me know in the comments, and we'll see you next time.